Senator Coons is next. Senator Coons.
Thank you, Chairman Leahy. Thank you to you and to Senator Feinstein for your long and determined work on repealing DOMA. Thank you to the members of our panel today who've shared with us searing personal stories of their experiences as veterans, teachers, attorneys. They represent, I know, thousands of our constituents, our colleagues, our classmates, our friends who have gone through similar suffering, loss, mistreatment through DOMA. The purpose of today's hearing is to look at Senate Bill 598 and to consider the impact DOMA has had on legally married couples who've been denied access to all sorts of different federal programs, benefits, rights, and privileges. And as Ms. Murray mentioned, they are like waves on a beach that just drive away the possibility of equality, even to those legally recognized couples. To me, this hearing is fundamentally about equality and whether or not we as a nation think it's okay to deny some American citizens the same rights and privileges afforded to other citizens. Do we really think it is okay for our federal government to say, we simply don't like who you love? And my question here is how we can have an answer that is anything other than emphatically no. Equality for all is supposed to mean, in my view, equality for all. And I don't see what business it is of our federal government to reach into Americans' hearts and judge them for whom they love, particularly when their states have empowered them to marry. I am tired of it being the law of this land that it's okay for the government to discriminate against Americans solely based on their gender identity or sexual orientation. I'm tired of seeing kids grow up in a country where their government tells them discrimination is okay, and I think it is no wonder that we continue to see kids being bullied in school and see so many LGBT children take their own lives because they've given up hope, because in my view, this law simply encourages discrimination. I think we have bigger problems in this country than going out of our way to continue to discriminate against and deny rights to Americans. And we've heard today some of these witnesses have, I think, movingly testified about how same-sex marriage is at real harm from DOMA. In my view, others have testified here and elsewhere about how somehow same-sex marriage threatens or hurts heterosexual marriage. And I don't know about my colleagues, but my wedding ring and my marriage did not magically dissolve or disappear just because New York passed a same-sex marriage bill last month. In my view, S598 is about restoring rights. It's not about taking them away. It is about righting these wrongs and moving on. I am a person of faith. My family and I worship regularly, and I am raising children in what might be considered a traditional marriage. But I don't think that my faith, which informs my politics, empowers me to have a monopoly on the interpretation of the will of God. And in my view, it is expressly not appropriate for the federal government to discriminate against couples based on who they love. So, in my view, the Defense of Marriage Act is just wrong. It's wrong and needs to be repealed. And I'm grateful to the chairman and to the witnesses before us for having laid out in clear, compelling ways how DOMA has harmed